6:09 on the 24th, a Saturday night of January 2026. It's my first night out in quite a while. The sun set around 4:50, so we're just about to enter into sky dark. We got a fifth 5-day moon. It's overhead into the south and heading west. And this is a view of Messier 1 and 5 seconds view at 30x. We'll do a little zoomage to 75x. It's showing all kinds of nice filamentary structure. I'm very pleased with the view. However, we may be having serious problems with GO2 this evening since I mucked around with it earlier. Okay, we're on to NGC 1334. I believe it's down here, so the modeling is very poor this evening. We're also getting light reflected off the roof try, which is why I have to start off with the northern studies first. NGC 1334 is a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 13.1, 1.5 by 0.7 arc minute. Spiral with a bar, lowercase c, 193 million light years distant. RA 33001 with a declination of plus 414956. Let's go ahead and quickly do that zoomage to 150x and then head out for NGC 1335. As you can see, NGC 1335 is also having roof try issues. It should be down here in the same position as 1334, although I'm not quite making it out. But let's assume it is somewhere in the field. NGC 1335 is a galaxy in Perseus, magnitude 13.8, 1.1 by 0.6 arc minute, lenticular spiral. 248 million light years distant. RA 33019, declination plus 413422. If there is a galaxy anywhere, all we're seeing is the tiniest of cores right there. And let's push it up, and yes, that would be our galaxy in roughly the same position on the screen as NGC 1334. Okay, NGC 1342 is this open cluster, beautiful little sprinkling of stars in Perseus, but further south. Magnitude 6.7, 14 arc minutes in size, some 40 stars. The brightest are magnitude 8.8. It's a class 3-3. It's very distinguished in the field, so it may be mischaracterized. And of course, its stars are disparate brightness. 2,200 light years distant. RA 33138 with a declination of plus 372236. Let's do a little zoomage so I can feature it in the center of the field of view. Okay, now we're going to go back from the beginning and we're going to go south. We're now at NGC 1300, a galaxy in Eridanus, bright, magnitude 10.4, large, 5.9 by 4.1 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, so not much of a core. 67 million light years distant puts this probably at about 110,000 light years in diameter. The galaxy is quite present there, and it has a neighbor. It's possible this could have been in the 1200 series. This looks more like our galaxy right there. You can see the spiralicity of its arms, but the view is better at 75x. It's a RA 31940 with a declination of minus 2441. A good view for a minus 20 degrees with a 5-day moon. Not too far distant, maybe 35 degrees. Look at those S-shaped spiral arms. Okay, what we're hoping to see here is NGC 1301, another galaxy in Eridanus, not exactly anywhere particularly near 1300. It's magnitude 13.4. I think we can see it there. 2.2 by 0.5 arc minute. It is an Aegean spiral. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, not much of a core, 176 million light years distant, maybe 120,000 light years in diameter, RA 32035 with a declination of minus 1842.57. The views are not disappointing to the south. Much further south is NGC 1302, a galaxy in the furnace fornax, and you can see the core there with some extensions. It's magnitude 10.7, 4.1 by 3.7 arc minute, spiral with a bar of lenticular A without annularity. So we're going to push the magnification up, although I do not expect to see the frontier. 75 million light years distant puts this one about 75,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 3 1950 with a declination of minus 260338. Okay, we're on to NGC 1303, galaxy in Eridanus, so further north. Magnitude 15, 0.8 by 0.6 arc minutes, I believe, arc minutes. It's a lenticular spiral, 242 million light years distant, maybe 60,000 light years in diameter. RA 32040 with a declination of minus 72341, 250x view. Okay, a little further north in Eridanus is NGC 1304, which is also 1307. It's magnitude 14.5, 1.4 by 0.8 arc minute size lenticular. 176 million light years distant means it's probably somewhere around 60,000 light years in diameter. RA 32112 with a declination of minus 4, 35, and 02. We now have NGC 1305 and a satellite passage. 1305 is a galaxy in Eridanus, leaving a little further north. Magnitude 13.3, 1.5 by 1 arc minute, elliptical class 2, 279 million light years distant, puts it about 100,000 light years in diameter. RA 32123 with a declination of minus 2, 1901. NGC 1306 is probably the deepest south yet. It's a galaxy in Fornax, magnitude 12.8. We're seeing through a power line diffraction bar. 1.1 by 0.9 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase b, 65 million light years, so fairly small, maybe 25,000 light years in diameter. RA 32103 with a declination of minus 25, 30, 45, and we're doing pretty well to see the core of this spiral with a lowercase b galaxy. Off to NGC 1308, galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 15, so it's going to be more like 14. Visual spiral with a lowercase a, 284 million light years distant. RA is 32228 with a declination of minus 2, and it does have a nice edge-on spiral. We should be getting that one as well. Minus 2, 45, 26. It's probably right around 80,000 light years in diameter. NGC 1309. Ooh, that's an interesting galaxy. In Eridanus, magnitude 11.5. No wonder it presents as nicely as it does. 2.3 by 2.2 arc minute, spiral with a lowercase bc. 89 million light years distant, puts it at about 75,000 light years in diameter. RA is 3 hours, 22 minutes, 6 seconds with a declination of minus 1524. NGC 1312 is a galaxy in Taurus, magnitude 15.7. 0.5 by 0.2 arc minute, spiral with a bar, 435 million light years distant, maybe 70,000 light years in diameter. It should be kind of tilted. RA is 32330 with a declination of plus 1, 1927. Let's go on a little bit of a quest for this. We're above the celestial equator. I am seeing something vaguely right about there towards the center. Let's push the magnification up, capture some more pixels, and yes, there is our galaxy. Let me back out. We can see roughly where it's located. And it wasn't too far off. NGC 1312. Back down into Eridanus, but not too far away. NGC 1314 is a galaxy, magnitude 15.5, 1.5 by 1.4 arc minutes, right in the center of the field. Although there's a faint something up there, nebulosity there. Spiral with a lowercase cd, so very immature. This is probably our galaxy then. No definitive core in it. 1.5 by 1.4, 178 million light years distant, puts it at roughly about 70,000 light years in diameter. RA is 32241, declination -4, 11, and 13 seconds. NGC 1314. Off to NGC 1315, pretty far south in Fornax galaxy. Oh, actually in Eridanus. Galaxy magnitude 12.4, 1.6 by 1.4 arc minute, spiral with a bar, lenticular class A, 70 million light years distant, pretty small, maybe 40,000. RA 32306 with a declination -2122, 31. So let's get all those pixels here on it, and it looks a little handed to me. Skipping over a lot of deep south galaxies in Fornax, we're now looking for probably this galaxy here, although there's a beautiful Aegeon. That's not likely to be it. We're in Eridanus for NGC 1319, 1.3 by 0.7, 2-to-1 aspect ratio, lenticular spiral, 175 million light years distant, maybe 80,000, 70,000 light years in diameter. RA 32356 with a declination of -21, 31, 39. Not a bad view for both of those galaxies. 1319 here, and hopefully something that'll turn up shortly. There. Off to NGC 1320, galaxy in the river, Eridanus, magnitude 12.4, 1.9 by 1.7. Spiral with a lowercase a, 121 million light years distant, so maybe 65,000 light years in diameter. RA 32448 with a declination of -3, 02, 32. Could be this one, although that aspect ratio is off. Maybe it's this embroiled with a star right there. Let's make sure we get that 150x view. Yeah, that's probably our Eridanus NGC 1320 right there. As you might expect, there are two more galaxies in the field. I'm waiting for the data to come up now. Come on, data. NGC 1321 is a galaxy in Eridanus. Magnitude 14.9 by 0.5 arc minute, spiral of the lowercase a. I think this is probably what we're looking at here. It's supposed to be magnitude 14, though. Now this has got to be it. Right ascension 32448 with a declination of -3 degrees 56 seconds. Kind of have a hard time picking this one out. There's several galaxies in the field. I thought this was the last one, and then we would go west on that one. But let's go ahead and forget that because with the time constraints, and work that out using adventuresindeepspace.com and get Steve Gottlieb's comments on it. Okay, I relaunched to track, even though this is a neighboring galaxy of the last two, for NGC 1322, a galaxy in Eridanus. Magnitude 15, 1 by 0.8 arc minutes. So it could be magnitude 15, but it's a lenticular spiral, so that would be magnitude 14, which makes more sense visually. 273 million light years distant, puts it at about 80,000 light years in diameter. We're at RA 32454 with a declination of -2, 5509. NGC 1323 is in the same field. It's a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 15.5. I think we can make it out right about there. 0.9 by 0.3 arc minutes. Yes, it is presenting rather edge-on. Lenticular spiral, 264 million light years distant. RA 32456 with a declination of -2, 4919. Pushing that up and then seeing this entire range of galaxies right here. Very nice. NGC 1324, galaxy Eridanus once again. I think we can see it there if it matches the data. Magnitude 14, 2.1. Yeah, it does, by 0.8 arc minute. Spiral with a lowercase b. The core should have a defined core. 255 million light years distant. RA 32501 with a declination of -544, 44. It's worth pushing the magnification up and taking the time to do so. Nice edge-on presenting galaxy. NGC 1325, halfway through the evening studies, and I do believe this to be our galaxy of the moment. It's an Eridanus, magnitude 11.5, 4.8 by 1.6 arc minutes. Pushing the magnification up, it does have a brightish core neighbor there, which we might have already encountered. It's a magnitude 11.5, 4.8 by 1.6. Spiral with a bar, lowercase bc, 69 million light years distant, puts it about 80,000 light years in diameter. RA is 324.25 with a declination of minus 2132.40. Not a bad view for that far south. There is an NGC 1325A. Here is our other galaxy. Now there's an A. It looks like something faint right there, but that's to the west. There may be something further on there. We're looking for something that's magnitude 13.5, 2.1 by 1.9 arc minutes. Boy, this one is faint, given this far south. Spiral with a bar, lowercase b, 59 million light years distant, RA 324.48 with a declination of minus 2120.14. There's our view of both NGC 1325 and 25A. NGC 1328, another galaxy in Eridanus. Ooh, pretty small and bright. From what I can tell, magnitude 14.5, 1 by 0.6. Yes, it's a lenticular spiral, so it's going to have a bright core. 268 million light years distant, puts it at about 80,000 light years in diameter. This is our 150x view. RA 325.39, declination minus 407.29. NGC 1329 is another galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 12.6. I do believe we can see it right there. Got two stacks, and you'll see it improve with each stack. 1.4 by 1.2 arc minute size, spiral with a lowercase a, brightish core, 193 million light years distant. RA 326.02, declination minus 17 degrees, 35 minutes and 29 seconds. Now on to NGC 1331. Oh, beautiful edge-on galaxy in Eridanus. This can't be it. That edge-on is not our study. Our study is magnitude 13.4, 0.9 by 0.2 elliptical. Class 2, 57 million light years distant. RA is 326.28 with a declination of minus 2121.18. I do like that edge-on, but I do believe this is our study. Magnitude 13.4. Looks a little faint for that, frankly. But pushing both of them up to 150x, there's our view of 1331 and a more westerly neighbor. NGC 1332 is a brightish galaxy in Eridanus. Is this? Well, they got them a little bit out of order. They gave us the easterly before the westerly. The scope mount ran away on me too. It does that occasionally. Magnitude 10.3, 4 by 1.5. It's called an elliptical 7. Now that doesn't make any sense to me. Magnitude 10.3, as I said, 71 million light years distant. Right ascension 326.17, declination minus 2120.03. This one requires more investigation. I would recommend going to the skylive.com and seeing what you can find out about this, because it's got a very condensed core, which is not typical of an elliptical galaxy, although it is a 7, which means they're quite stretched out. Anyway, NGC 1332. Okay, NGC 1333 is a nebulosity in Perseus. Probably should have gotten there earlier. It's only at plus 31 degrees, however. It's 9 by 0.7 arc minutes. Brightest star in it is 9.5 magnitude. That gives you an idea. It is a reflective nebulosity, 1,600 light years distant. About the same as Messier 42 and 43. RA is 329.15 with a declination of plus 3123.28. I'm going to give it a chance to get a few more stacks and then turn it on again as I search for our next study. Okay, here's a few more stacks. We got 11. None of them have been ignored for a total of 55 seconds of exposure time, and that is our nebulosity. We're now going on to Eridanus. Had to skip a few because we caught them earlier. We're going to see NGC 1337 after seeing 13 stacks of our nebula. NGC 1337 looks like this might be it. Let's get the data. Galaxy in Eridanus. Magnitude 11.9, 5.7 by 1.5 arcminutes. That's our Eggiana. Spiral bar, lowercase c, not much of a core, 56 million light years distant, but probably some 80,000 light years in diameter. RA is 32805 with a declination of minus 823.21. Let's push it up and then back it down to that 75x view. NGC 1338. Looks like there's a bit of a void there, but I'm now making out a galaxy. And Eridanus, magnitude 13, 1.4 by 1.3, spiral with the lowercase b, 109 million light years distant, a smallie, maybe 40,000 light years. RA 32854 with a declination of minus 120912. A little more magnification on this, and there's our view at about 105x. Skipping a few too far south in Fornax, we're now looking for a galaxy, and I do believe this is it. In Eridanus, it's also quite far south. We're looking for at NGC 1345, Eridanus, magnitude 13.8, 1.5 by 1.1 arcminute, spiral with bar lowercase c, 70 million light years distant. RA 32931 with a declination of minus 1746.44. There's our 150. NGC 1346 is a galaxy, of course, this time of year. In Eridanus, magnitude 15, 1 by 0.7, obviously a little brighter than 15, but spiral with lowercase b, maybe 14.3, 179 million light years distant. Right ascension is 330.13 with a declination of minus 532.35. Not a bad view. Let's go ahead and push it up. 150x and bail. Okay, the mount ran away on me. I may have already gotten this one, but let's go ahead and reproduce it. NGC 1346, galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 15, 1 by 0.7, spiral lowercase b, 179 million light years. RA is 3 hours, 30 minutes, 13 seconds with a declination of minus 532.35. And there is 150, plus a neighboring Eggion galaxy. NGC 1347 is obviously behind the power line diffraction. It's a galaxy in Eridanus, magnitude 13, 1.5 by 1.3, spiral with a bar and a lowercase c, 76 million light years distant. Yeah, that's about the right size. RA 32941 with a declination of minus 2216.44. Our last study in the series is NGC 1349. It is this face-on looking galaxy with a star-like core. It's in Taurus, magnitude 13, 0.7 by 0.7. It is a lenticular spiral. It has quite an aura around it for a lenticular. 296 million light years distant. RA 33127 with a declination of plus 4, 2250. It is the last study in this series. I am going to go warm up a little bit and then see if we can't tackle the 1350 to 1399 on this very same evening. I am way behind the pitch. Let's see what we can do despite the frigid temperatures that are biting at my fingies and my toes. And with this, I'm going to say, well, let's go have a look at something. Once again, Messier 42 and 43 is always a beautiful view. Well, before we sign off for the evening, I thought I'd show you feature Messier 43, not 42, and not our NGC 1973, 5, and 7 series, but they're all in the field view. We're looking specifically at Messier 43, a nebula in Orion star formation region with a bright progenitor star right in its core. The nebula is magnitude 7, 20 by 15 arc minute, 1,600 light years. Oops, I did something wrong there. 1,600 light years distant. Let's do a little bit of zoomage on it, see if we can make out some more texture. It's at right ascension 53531 with a declination of minus 5 degrees, 16 minutes, 3 seconds. I think we can push it all the way. I can't tell what magnification that is, but it is pretty seriously over magnified for a good view. Let's bring it back down to our 75x view and notice the obtrusive dark nebulosity that lies between us, Messier 42 and 43. And with that, I'm going to say, Carpe Nocte.